everyone, welcome to my channel. Today is a good day because I'm going to show you guys the long-awaited home tour of my fireside room and my bedroom. The little details are just absolutely gorgeous. I have been thrifting, as you guys know, at Goodwill.
Like this mirror that I found for $40. I placed it on my fireplace mantle. You can see it behind that frame. It has such a beautiful layered look. I will show you closer in a moment.
But I also added some antiques that I found at a yard sale and Facebook Marketplace. Now I'm going to show you all those things that I've been collecting and how I am styling them in my home. So all of that is coming up next, so stay tuned. My style is Victorian farmhouse, and I love the combination of taking things that are elegant and beautiful, like the Victorian pieces of furniture that are stout and made to last and have been around a while. Some of them are chippy, but I also love the farmhouse look because you can get rustic, you can paint furniture, and I have a beautiful sofa I'm going to show you in a moment that I love. All of these things that I'm showing you, I have been sharing every step of the way of decorating my home. I have videos showing you my DIYs I've done and the different times that I've decorated my home, trying to figure out the style I want. I'm really close to that finished product, and I want to show you all of that.
I want to show you the beautiful transformation of my fireside room. This is what it looks like now. It seemed a little dark, and so I lit some candles. It added an elegant warm glow. But before I show you the details, I want to show you what this place looked like before. I really love pink decor, like these dishes that I found at Goodwill. But if you've seen my living room, it is blue. So to keep with that theme, I am changing this room, and I will show you all that in just a moment. But what was so fun is I ended up putting all of these pink things in my bedroom, which I will show you guys later on. Do you see this candelabra? It is part of a matching set to the clock and the candelabra on the other side. You can find these really cheap on eBay. When you look for broken or clock parts, you can find them for really cheap. And this one was gutted from all of the clock parts inside, but no one would know that. It does have a battery on the inside, which is nice. I think this adds that wow factor into my fireside room. I mean, look at that. I added the crystal maple leaf pendants to the candelabras. These are the 76mm size. I will link that down below. In the background is a beautiful bird cage I found at an antique store. And this tureen I shared with you before, I found that for $8. I placed one of my faux blue dishes here to add a pop of color, and a wonderful portrait of a lady in a gold frame. You can see as I look at it from the front how those things pop in the background and add such a beautiful look. And here on the left side, I have a couple of pillar candlesticks that I found at Goodwill for $3.99 each. Can you believe that? They have that mahogany wood and they are vintage inspired. I placed some beautiful flowers inside of a white pitcher. I took a bowl and turned it upside down to give it height behind that clock. This definitely has the wow factor that I was going for. This is my most coveted antique sofa, and this is what this area looked like before. And this is what this area looks like now. I don't know, it just has a more substantial look. Something that can go with all of the seasons. Blue is so versatile. I added a blue creamer to one of the cubbies. I share more about this area in my summer home tour. I will link that up above. But this is what makes it so gorgeous. I added a hydrangea print from Etsy and these beautiful antique castle plates. If you haven't seen it already, I share how to paint an antique sofa. I will link that video up above. On each corner, I put these really neat navy blue velvet neck pillows. The blue velvet pillow and the curtains are a Muley brand. I will link that down below. They are so soft, have that wonderful thick fabric. Now I get to show you one of my best finds that I searched for on Facebook Marketplace. Talk about details. I went to an antique store and showed you guys the one I was looking for that has finials. This one has 4 of them on the corners. As you can see here, it is details like this that makes my heart leap. I think this is meant for holding a candle, but look how well it goes with the dark wood antique rocking chair. And who would have ever guessed that there was beautiful gray and white marble back in the day? I mean, look at this. It is so dreamy and has a high-end look. I placed on top this beautiful candelabra I've had for quite a while now, and I think it goes so beautifully with the ones here on the top of this mantle. I am just loving how it is all coming together. I mean, look at that. And on this side, I have another table I found this last weekend. It was at a garage sale. They posted on Facebook Marketplace, and I asked them to save it for me until I could come and pick it up, and they did. The marble has a darker gray, and I think it is so beautiful. I mean, look how well it goes with the other table. And it is creating that look I'm wanting in this room. There was also this lamp on top of this table at the garage sale, and what caught my eye was this base. It is big and has an ornate look, and you wouldn't believe that in my mind I was imagining owning one that has a round glass globe like this one. Sometimes I think God answers my prayers. I put a silver tea set here with some simple white roses inside the coffee pot. I think they go so well with the gray marble tabletop. The gray candlestick there on the right side is from Magnolia Market when I went to Waco a few years ago. Now you probably will recognize a lot of these things I found at Goodwill. I will show you those in just a moment. But here are my Flow Blue dishes. One thing I've learned when decorating, things don't have to match. What is important is that they are the same color. That's what makes things go together. You can mix patterns, whether it's fabric, dishes, or wall decor. As long as they are similar in color, they will blend beautifully together. Do you see that Mozart bust? I got that from Amazon. I will link that one down below. Now this Mozart bust came from Goodwill, and it is so heavy. I think it's real marble. A lot of these books, baskets, and dishes came from Goodwill as well. I will link that video up above where I take you guys to 2 thrift stores and an antique store. And this one also came from Goodwill as well. It goes with my other lighthouse decor, like that print in the background. Now I have to show you what this room looked like before. This is where the bookshelves are right now. There were 2 maps. I put those in our office upstairs. And this is what it looks like now. I wanted to bring a cozy factor to this room. Reading is known to improve your mood and lessen your stress. But can I just show you this new gold frame? Not to mention this amazing portrait of a lady in a blue dress. Could that not be more perfect to add to this room? And yes, I painted this chair and ottoman with Annie Sloan chalk paint. I will link that video up above that shows you how to do it step by step. Now I have to be honest, I am going to tweak this bookcase. It is a work in progress, but isn't that the way decorating is sometimes? I found all of these pillow shams from Etsy. My favorite is this one that has the initial. But what I really want to show you is what I did here with this buffet. I painted this with Annie Sloan chalk paint, and I think it adds that perfect farmhouse look that I love with that chippy paint. I have done so many looks here in this corner, and I think this one is my favorite so far. Before I share all the details, this is what it looked like before. I have some pink roses and some vintage portraits and some pink dishes that I collected from Goodwill. As I mentioned, a lot of these things ended up in my bedroom. I will show you what that looks like in just a moment. But this is what this area looks like now. Look how that cherub handle stands out against that flow blue and white plate. That is an example of the power of using light and dark color against each other. You can enhance your most favorite beloved pieces by putting them against a light color or a dark color. But I have to tell you, I'm still pinching myself. I cannot believe that I found this brass tray for $12. It was from a thrift store that my daughter worked at. It is hard to tell, but it is really thick, and it is so pretty in real life. It has all of the details that I love. This is a broken piece from a mantle that I had painted a while back, and it broke, so I placed it here, and I think it looks so pretty and adds that layered look. I put this violin against it. I think it enhances the beauty of the wood. And by the way, you can find these hydrangea prints on Etsy. They are so cheap. Now I'm going to show you the overall look of this room. I really like the way it turned out. I have placed some foundational pieces in here that are wonderful to add to. Decorating is not always easy, especially when you imagine it in your mind and how to make it come to life. But for me, I love the process, seeing it come together little by little, and I'm excited that you are a part of this journey as I decorate my home, taking you with me to Goodwill and all the thrift stores. But now I'm going to take you into my living room. This is my inspiration. I consider this room done. It is easy to clean. Everything has a place. We watch TV in here. We have our family over, and it's easy to sit around and visit. This is my goal when decorating my home, that everything has a place and coordinates together. And that is what I'm trying to do in our bedroom. I took all of these things here in this fireside room. I'm just reminding you what this looks like, because you are not going to believe how I restyle all of these things in my room. Look how gorgeous this chair is. The velvet is just so amazing and soft. Here are the flowers. This is how I save money when decorating, is reusing what I have, like those needlepoint pillows. They are so pretty. And then this gold cherub lamp. I love it so much. I will link that video up above when I found these at an antique store. And I also found this pitcher and bowl at Goodwill. and I filled it up with some more flowers. The colors in this rug are my inspiration, and this footstool is so pretty. I found this at an antique store, and I thought it would work perfectly for my color scheme. But while I was there, I found these pictures, like this pink one for $22. And on the front there, they have some birds I think are so pretty. And then I found this other picture. It was kind of expensive in my opinion, but it is huge and definitely has a statement. But anyway, I love the way this looks here on my floor. And then this is the side of my bed. The plates, lamp, clock, and pitcher and bowl were found at Goodwill. Now this is the most beautiful part of my room. I found this vanity, dresser, and headboard for $195. Look at that wood. It is absolutely gorgeous. And my newest finds I found recently came from a yard sale I told you that I went to over the weekend. Not only did I find that table and lamp, but I also found a couple of things I've wanted for so long. It is this brush and mirror set, and I couldn't believe the price. They were $15 for the pair. I love the delicate, sweet floral pattern on the back. It's so ornate, and they are in really good condition for being really old. I love that find. And on this side of the vanity, I added some more of those pink flowers that it came from downstairs and added them to a thrifted coffee pot that I found at Goodwill. And then I found this really pretty clock, and I love it because it actually has a lid that opens up and you can put things inside like your jewelry or whatever you want. I needed a place to put my curling iron, and so I found this antique curling iron heater with a crimper, and I just like putting those together. I think it adds a whimsical look to my vanity. I love that, and it's so convenient. And I placed this little lace doily underneath. I think that just adds to the look. Now here are some more things that I found, like this mirror tray. I found it this weekend when going to that garage sale. Look at the corners, isn't that pretty? I love it. To the top, I added a mirror, a pitcher and creamer that I am repurposing for makeup. And this pitcher in the back, I actually use those for my makeup brushes, which I'm cleaning right now. I mean, this is real life, you guys. But I just love these two together. They are a matching set, but look how well that pink goes. The other things I have, so pretty. I don't know if you guys remember the green velvet curtains I had downstairs. Well, I brought them up here. There are so many things I'm going to change in this room. I'm just showing you what it looks like, but I can't forget showing you this chair I found it at a thrift store. It is so cute, and I love the way that wood goes so well with the vanity. And I placed one of those pillows from downstairs on this chair. I know my home is not perfect. That's the point. Over time, it gets more beautiful, and everything I add gives it the look that I want. And I want to inspire you. You can do it too.
I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for your kind comments down below. I love hearing your thoughts of things that I come across, and you share what they are. There's always room for learning, and I appreciate that. And I also appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for following me, and if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching.